Hello. Today we're gonna open some packs of Panini Prizm NFL trading cards. In the past, I have opened some NBA Panini Prizm cards before, um, but yeah, this is gonna be my first ever opening of the Panini Prizm NFL players card. You look at here. There's a Patrick Mahomes. He's a Kansas City Chiefs quarterback. He won 3 Super Bowls with the Kansas City Chiefs. So it looks like it's a 2025. So it's a last year's packs. So as I said, I'm from Washington State. So hoping to get some good Seattle Seahawks cards out of this packs. But first, we're gonna, like I said, in every video, I'm gonna provide some medication parole, or kind of teach you some of the techniques of how to utilize medication effectively. Today I have a medication pen with me. So we're gonna cover some ways to how to utilize those medication pens effectively, correctly. This includes the short, rapid acting, or it can be mixed or long acting insulin pens, and also certain GLP-1 agonist products. With me here is expired Ozempic pen. Actually, this is so the patient of mine who been on the Ozempic for a while, but now she switched to something else. And then she said, I don't know where to dispose this. So I said, can I have it? I just gonna need this for demonstration purposes. So I use this pen to kind of show a patient how to use the medication pen properly. So any medication pack, they come out, either come out with and needles, or no needles. You might have to purchase the pen needles separately, or if it's covered, then you can get the prescription from the doctor and they will prescribe it to you, for you, and so you can get that, utilize the prescriptions, insurance cards to get your needles covered, so you might not need to pay any money for get pen needles. Anyways, here, so any medication pens will be looks like this, except for some of the GLP-1 agonists, auto injectors. You inject one pen per week, but the Ozempic product, or Victoza or Lantus, or any type of those medication pens comes like this, where you have to kind of dial up to a desirable amount that you want to inject. Yeah, it does make the clicky noises, so that you have a sense of if you're dialing up to the right amount of dose. So let's say this is example of Ozempic, but let's say you want to inject about like 1 milligrams of medication here. You dial it all the way to one milligram here, and then when you open the cap, you will see a medications here. And once this plunges go all the way touches the top of the pen, this means you no longer have any medications in this pen, so you might have to move into the next pen. Any pen comes looks like this, and there's a little rubber stoppers here. This area is where you screw in your pen needles in order to use these medications inside of this pen. So the Ozempic products usually come out with a pen needles like this. As I mentioned, some other products does not have it inside of the box when packaged, so you might have to get a prescriptions from the doctors, and then go to pharmacy and pick up some pen needles, be able to use the medication pen like this one here. Yeah, anyway, so there's a rubber stopper here. The pens are usually designed in a way the medication won't come out. it won't come out unless you puncture a screw in the pen needles. The puncture, you see here, punctures in the rubber. Otherwise, medication won't come out. You just push the button, it won't come out. Okay, so let's dial up to the 1, and then you screw all the way in. Make sure it screws all the way in, so to make sure the needles is punctured that the rubber stopper. And most of the pen needles, they have a 2 safety mechanisms, the 2 caps safety mechanism. So once you screw all the way in there, and you can open up like this, and that's a second cap inside of this first cap here. You can open up to expose the needles. This one I believe is 4 millimeters. I think it's a 4 millimeters. Yeah, it's a 4 millimeters. Usually the most of the pen needles you will see there is 32 gauge 4 millimeters, or like just like this one, or the one that I like to dispense to my patient is usually this one, or there's a 5 millimeters, 32 gauge, 31 gauge. But sometimes I give them, depends on how big of the person you are. I'm probably gonna try to dispense 31 gauge 8 millimeter needles, but anything beyond this I think is too long. Anyways, so this is exposed, and then once you dial it up, and then you're gonna be inject in the subcutaneously, meaning that you have to inject to your fatty tissues. Usually we recommend you to inject in the lower abdominal area, so your bellies, and grab as gently grab. You have to grab gently before you do the injections to your body. So gently grab that, and then you puncture that fatty tissue, and then you press the button here, because the liquid's gonna come out. I'm just gonna move this one real quick. And yeah, when you press it, you make those noises, and you just hold your belly while the needle is inserted in your belly, and hold it for 5 seconds. That's usually recommended, because when you just pull out right after you inject it, some of the products might come out, ooze out from your skin, and I just don't want to waste that, so just leave it that for 5 seconds, and then pull it out, and then unscrew the needles, and throw this away to a needle disposal containers that you have. For my purposes, I was just gonna keep this because I have to keep using it for demonstrating purposes. So like this, yeah. And by the way, this right here, don't touch with your unsanitary dirty hands. This one has to be sterile, but you can always use the alcohol wipes like this to wipe out like once. You don't want to go back and forth, because there's some of the stuff in your alcohol pad might got into here. Like you can see here, there's some abrasions here, and you don't want that to be on the rubber parts of the pen. So you just wipe one time like this, and then screw on the pen and use that for your medical procedures. Not medical procedure, for your for the treatments. Okay, okay, that's that. Okay, so that demonstration has been completed. So now we're gonna move into our main event, which is to open up the cards. So first I need to unlock this one here. I have my scissors to help me out. Okay, so let's open up the pack here. Okay. All right, Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So 6 packs here, right? Yeah, 6 packs. 4 cards each instead of 1 pack. So there are 6 packs here. Okay, let's go open one by one here. Okay, all right. OG Newsom, Browns. Okay. Mike Rozier. Oh, the Houston Oilers. Now they are known as Tennessee Titans. Sometimes Tennessee Titans wear these retro jerseys, but this is a Houston Oilers player. Okay, this is Trey McBride. Okay, the Arizona Cardinals players. Khalil Mack, yeah, they're playing. They're playing for the Chargers. He used to play for the Raiders and Bears. He's a really good. He was a really good player. I think he still does pretty good job. Get to rush to the quarterback, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen too many games of Chargers, so I don't know. I'm not sure how he plays, but okay. Well, this is the first pack from the box. Okay. Second pack here. All right. So I can't see here. Stevens. Okay. Patriots. All right. Tennessee Titans. Okay. And Denver Broncos. Evan Engram. Okay. Oh, Charles Woodson, Hall of Famer, Green Bay Packers. Didn't he won the Super Bowl with the Green Bay Packers? I remember. And then he briefly played for the Raiders. I remember before he retired. But anyways, Michigan player, Hall of Famer, one of the best corner back in the history of NFL. Yeah. Okay. Third pack. Okay. All right. Who's this here? Coverages is from the Lions. Okay. All right. Okay. Bills player. What does the RC means? I don't know what that means. Okay. Oh, rookie card. Yeah, it's a rookie card. Kansas City Chiefs first. What's this one? You could win a what? Super Bowl. Well, solid pass. Seahawks won. Okay. Yeah, case reporters. I'm not sure what that is, but anyways, okay. So this is Tyron Tracy Jr., New York Giants. Okay. All right. So far, no hit. Yeah. All right. This is the fourth pack. Phil Mafa. How do I read his name? How do I read this? Oh, Dallas Cowboys. All right, it's an emerging card. He's a rookie card, and round 1, pick 22. Chargers player. Not really familiar with this guy. Anyways, okay. Next card I see. This one here. Tim Tebow. Denver Broncos days. Oh my gosh, I remember when was it? It's like 2000. I don't remember when it was. It's like somewhere in the middle of 2010s. There's something called a T-bowing. That's a celebration. He did that after he scored touchdown. He's a Florida Gators player. He's a philanthropist. He does a lot of good work, a lot of good missionary work, but football wise, not really sure. He's a Heisman winner, but he had his time with Denver Broncos before he got traded to, I think, New York Jets, if I remember. And then Peyton Manning came to Denver, and they went to Super Bowl. Oh yeah, that's 2013, and they lost to Seahawks. That's one of the games that Seattle's features with the Legion of Brooms and totally disbobulate the Broncos offense. I think it's a Super Bowl. What is it, like a 48? No, is it? I think it's a Super Bowl 40. Yeah, Super Bowl 48. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Oh, Bo Nix. Yeah, good quarterback. Quarterback from playing college ball in Oregon. Current Denver Broncos quarterback. He had a really good year this last year. Unfortunately, he got injured. Couldn't play that AFC championship game against the Patriots. But good players. A lot of hopes for the Denver Broncos. All right. So this is I think the 5th pack. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Paulson from Dallas Cowboys. Okay, Chargers. I'm not really familiar with the Chargers players. Anyways, Jada Barons, Denver Broncos. From New Orleans Saints. Which position he's playing at? Okay, let's see. He plays for the Saints. He recorded 4 sacks the year before. There's no team Jordan enjoys playing more than the Falcons. I guess he got a really good number against the Falcons. Okay. All right, last pick of the day. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Michael Penix Jr.'s Falcons backup quarterback. He had his times with Washington Huskies. They went to national title game against the Michigan Wolverines. They lost the game. I was very upset. But you gotta give what credit's due, because the Michigan team has a really good defense, and Washington just couldn't score against them. I mean, they do score a couple of touchdowns, but man, that Michigan team was good that year. But yeah, right now, he's not having too much of a great time with NFL right now. So hopefully he can be able to get a starting jobs in Atlanta and show some purple pride. But incredible college football player when he played for Washington. So okay. Josh Brooks from Cincinnati Bengals. This is a rookie card. Juan Jennings, San Francisco 49ers. As a Seahawks fan, we don't like 49ers. We don't like Rams. So whatever. Shoot. Okay, so today no hits out of this pack and no Seahawks players. Very disappointing, but we'll see. Maybe I got lucky on my next packs. Okay. Alright, and thanks for watching the video. And I hope you have a fantastic day. And then moving on to the next one. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.